The biggest question in this case is, how did a fabricated identity open the doors to a world that prides itself on exclusivity? And how did a 22-year-old swindle money out of people conditioned to protect it at all costs? Anna Delvey, not her real name, is not your average socialite. Born in Russia on January 23, 1991, Anna made headlines as a cunning con artist and fraudster who masterfully posed as a wealthy heiress to infiltrate New York's elite social and art circles from 2013 to 2017. Her story is a rollercoaster of deception, luxury, and scandal. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and let's explore the captivating tale of Anna Sorokin, the ultimate imposter. In the heart of New York City, where dreams are both made and shattered, Anna Sorokin, under the guise of Anna Delvey, orchestrated one of the most captivating deceptions of the 21st century. Her story is not just one of fraud and falsities, but an intricate dance on the fine line between ambition and audacity. Born in Russia in 1991, Anna's life before her infamy was modest, rooted in the mundane realities of a working-class family. Her father, a truck driver turned HVAC businessman, and her mother, a small store owner, provided a stable yet humble upbringing. The family's relocation to Germany marked the beginning of Anna's quest for more. It was here that she first tasted the allure of a world beyond her reach, a world she desperately wanted to belong to. Her pursuit led her to London, where she enrolled in art school, only to leave it behind, unsatisfied and restless. Paris called to her next, offering a glimpse into the life she yearned for. It was in this city of lights and shadows that Anna Delvey was born, a persona meticulously crafted and adorned with the trappings of wealth she so coveted. Anna's arrival in New York City in 2013 was nothing short of meteoric. With nothing but her wits and an unshakable confidence, she plunged into the city's exclusive circles, claiming her place among its elite. Her fictional identity as a wealthy German heiress was her golden ticket, opening doors to luxury hotels, high-profile events, and influential connections. The art world, with its blend of opulence and opacity, became her playground, and the Anna Delvey Foundation, her most ambitious project, promised to cement her status among New York's philanthropic patrons. However, Anna's empire was built on a foundation of sand. Her lavish lifestyle, funded by deceit and bounced checks, began to crumble as suspicions arose. Luxury hotel bills went unpaid, and the promised wealth backing her foundation never materialized. Her attempts to secure a $22 million loan for her arts club exposed the chasm between her fabricated identity and reality, drawing the scrutiny that would eventually lead to her downfall. Anna's arrest in 2017 and subsequent trial peeled back the layers of her deception, revealing a woman driven by a desire for belonging and significance. Her conviction was a denouement to a saga that captivated the public, a tale of ambition that flew too close to the sun. Yet, even behind bars, Anna Sorokin remains an enigma, a symbol of the intoxicating lure of fame and fortune, and a testament to the lengths some will go to chase a dream, no matter the cost. In 2013, Anna Sorokin, under the guise of Anna Delvey, embarked on an audacious journey that would see her infiltrate the glittering world of New York's elite. Claiming to be a wealthy German heiress with access to a substantial trust fund, Sorokin crafted a persona that was both alluring and impeccably polished. This fabricated identity allowed her to seamlessly blend into the high society of New York, a city where dreams are pursued relentlessly and where, sometimes, appearances hold more weight than reality. Sorokin's arrival in New York was nothing short of cinematic. With an unerring eye for luxury and an innate ability to charm those around her, she quickly became a fixture in the city's exclusive art and fashion circles. Her days and nights were a whirlwind of activity, spent in the most opulent hotels, at the most sought-after events, and in the company of influential figures who were captivated by her supposed lineage and wealth. The cornerstone of Sorokin's social ascent was her visionary project, the Anna Delvey Foundation. She envisaged it as a grandiose art space that would not only showcase emerging artists, but also host high-profile events, positioning herself as a patron of the arts and a connoisseur of culture. The foundation was to be housed in a historic church in Manhattan, a detail that added a layer of intrigue and sophistication to her plans. To the elite of New York, Anna Delvey was a refreshing enigma, a young woman with the ambition and resources to leave a lasting imprint on the city's cultural landscape. However, Sorokin's lifestyle was funded by a complex web of deceit. She maneuvered through New York's social scene with a mix of false promises, forged documents, and unpaid bills. Luxury hotels, where she stayed for extended periods, were left with hefty tabs that Sorokin had no intention of settling. The Anna Delvey Foundation, despite its elaborate proposals and the buzz it generated, was nothing more than a facade, with no financial backing or legal groundwork to support its ambitious goals. As Sorokin's influence grew, so did the suspicions of those around her. Hotel managers, event organizers, and potential investors began to question the veracity of her claims. Rumors started to circulate about unpaid bills and erratic behavior, casting a shadow over her meticulously constructed image. Yet, Sorokin continued to navigate the city's high society with confidence, seemingly unfazed by the increasing scrutiny. Her bold entrance into New York's high society was a testament to her cunning and determination. Sorokin exploited the city's fascination with wealth and status, using it to fuel her ascent. However, this same fascination would eventually lead to her downfall as the line between reality and illusion began to blur. The story of Anna Delvey's arrival in New York is a cautionary tale of ambition run amok, a vivid illustration of how a carefully constructed facade can captivate and deceive, even in a city as discerning as New York. Anna Sorokin's tale is a modern-day Icarus story, with New York City's skyline replacing the sun. Her flight, powered by deceit and ambition, was as dazzling as it was doomed. The unraveling began with an attempt that was as bold as it was reckless, securing a $22 million loan to fund the Anna Delvey Foundation, an art space that would solidify her place among New York's cultural elite. Sorokin's proposal, filled with grand visions of art exhibitions, exclusive parties, and talks, was compelling. Yet, it was the financial underpinnings of this venture, forged documents, and exaggerated accounts of her wealth that first drew scrutiny. Banks, once eager to associate with what seemed like a lucrative project backed by a wealthy heiress, began to probe deeper into Sorokin's financial background. The closer they looked, the more the facade began to crumble. Simultaneously, Sorokin's lifestyle, characterized by prolonged stays at luxury hotels, extravagant dinners, and lavish parties, was funded by a series of financial gymnastics that included bounced checks and fraudulent wire transfers. She moved from one upscale location to another, leaving a trail of unpaid bills and broken promises. Her ability to talk her way into and out of high society's inner circles became legendary. Yet, as her debts mounted and her schemes became more audacious, the circle of those willing to overlook the inconsistencies in her story began to shrink. The turning point came during one of her extravagant hotel stays. A meticulous investigation by a suspicious hotel manager revealed a pattern of unpaid bills and questionable financial practices. This discovery was the thread that, once pulled, unraveled the entire tapestry of Sorokin's constructed identity. The law enforcement's interest was piqued, leading to a thorough investigation that exposed the depth of her deception. In 2017, the facade finally fell away when Sorokin was arrested following a sting operation. The charges against her were damning: multiple counts of grand larceny, theft of services, and attempted grand larceny, painting a picture of a woman who had gambled with the trust of New York's elite and lost. The news of her arrest sent shockwaves through the city, with many struggling to reconcile the charming, philanthropic heiress they thought they knew with the cunning con artist now portrayed in the media. As the details of her schemes came to light, the narrative of Anna Sorokin shifted from that of an ambitious socialite to a cautionary tale of the dangers of hubris and the intoxicating allure of fame and fortune. Her trial, a spectacle that captivated the public's imagination, offered a glimpse into the mind of someone who had almost succeeded in outsmarting an entire city. Yet, in the end, Sorokin's most significant deception was perhaps the one she had perpetrated on herself: the belief that she could construct a new identity out of lies and live a life built on illusions. The trial of Anna Sorokin, unfolding in 2019, was not merely a legal proceeding, but a cultural phenomenon that captured the zeitgeist of an era increasingly defined by the blurred lines between reality and representation. As Sorokin stood before the court, her choice of attire, designer outfits meticulously selected as if for a runway rather than a courtroom, spoke volumes about the persona she had crafted. Her trial attire, ranging from sleek, high-fashion dresses to elegant blouses, was not just a matter of personal style, but a deliberate continuation of the Anna Delvey narrative. This spectacle of fashion and felony made Sorokin a subject of intense media fascination, transforming her from a mere defendant into a symbol of unchecked ambition and the perils of a society obsessed with image. The charges against Sorokin were severe and numerous, painting a picture of a young woman who had spun a web of deceit across New York City's elite circles. Convicted of multiple counts of grand larceny, Sorokin's sentencing of 4 to 12 years in prison was a stark conclusion to a saga that had seemed almost too audacious to be true. Her conviction prompted widespread discourse, extending far beyond the confines of New York's courtrooms and social scenes. Here was a story that encapsulated the modern preoccupations with authenticity, identity, and the lengths to which one might go to forge a place in a world increasingly mediated by social media platforms. Sorokin's trial, and the spectacle it became, forced a reckoning with the very nature of truth in the digital age. Her ability to infiltrate the upper echelons of society, armed with nothing but a fabricated backstory and sheer confidence, underscored the fragility of the social constructs that dictate status and belonging. The global conversation that ensued was not merely about the crimes of one individual, but about a society that elevates image above substance, where the lines between reality and performance are perpetually blurred. Furthermore, Sorokin's story became a lens through which to examine the dark underbelly of the American dream. Her pursuit of wealth and status, achieved through manipulation and deceit, mirrored the broader societal obsession with fame and fortune at any cost. It raised uncomfortable questions about the values celebrated in contemporary culture and the moral compromises that are often rationalized in the quest for success. The notoriety Sorokin achieved through her trial was a double-edged sword. While it made her a household name, it also served as a cautionary tale about the perils of overreach and the inevitable downfall that follows a life built on illusions. As the details of her audacious scams were laid bare, the narrative shifted from one of fascination to one of admonition. The Anna Sorokin saga, as it played out in the media and in public discourse, became a modern morality play, a story of ambition run amok in a world all too willing to believe in the carefully curated facades presented on social media. The charges against her were serious and numerous, painting a vivid picture of a young woman whose ambition had veered into the realm of criminality. Convicted of grand larceny among other charges, Sorokin's sentence of 4 to 12 years behind bars marked the culmination of a saga that had enthralled New York City's elite and beyond. The fascination with Sorokin's trial highlighted the shifting dynamics of notoriety in the age of social media. Her ability to manipulate and charm New York's social elite into believing her fabricated identity revealed the fragile foundations upon which such circles often rest. In the process, Sorokin became an emblematic figure of an era where online personas can be meticulously crafted, and where the line between truth and fabrication becomes increasingly blurred. As she began her sentence, the legacy of Anna Sorokin remained a mirror to the aspirations, deceptions, and vulnerabilities of a world navigating the complexities of identity in the digital age. Her trial was not just the conclusion of a criminal case, but a moment of cultural reflection, prompting questions about the nature of authenticity and the illusions of grandeur in a society captivated by the spectacle of success. Anna Sorokin's journey from a high-flying socialite to a convicted felon behind bars is a narrative that captivates the imagination and provokes deep reflection on the nature of modern fame and the mechanisms of justice. Her incarceration, rather than closing the chapter on her story, only served to amplify her notoriety and embed her deeper into the cultural zeitgeist. The fascination with Sorokin's life and crimes has transcended the courtroom, inspiring a plethora of media explorations that delve into the complexities of her actions and the society that enabled her rise and fall. The Netflix series, Inventing Anna, produced by Shonda Rhimes, is perhaps the most prominent example of Sorokin's enduring influence. By dramatizing her exploits, the series not only brought her story to a global audience, but also sparked discussions about the allure of the con artist in popular culture. It raised critical questions about the seductive power of wealth and status, and the extent to which society is complicit in elevating figures like Sorokin through its fascination with their audacity and deception. Moreover, Sorokin's story has become a subject of academic and journalistic inquiry, with books and documentaries exploring the psychological and social dynamics that fueled her deception. These works probe deeper into the implications of Sorokin's saga, questioning what it reveals about the pursuit of the American dream in the digital age, the commodification of identity, and the blurred lines between reality and performance in a world mediated by social media. Anna Sorokin's life beyond bars underscores a societal fascination with the extraordinary, even when it veers into the criminal. Through her continued presence in media and popular discourse, Sorokin remains a compelling figure, emblematic of the challenges and contradictions of contemporary fame. To stay updated on her story and other gripping true crime cases, don't forget to comment and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, stay with Reely Unreal.